I feel strong.
Feel the fury.
Okay, hey guys, my name is Crystal Reid, and I am a game designer here at ArenaNet, and today for the live stream we are going to be battling Tequatl the Sunless in Sparkfly Fen. He's going to be spawning here shortly, so in the meantime what we're going to do is just walk around, talk about the strategy a little bit, and some tips and tricks you guys can do to fight the dragon. So first things first, because I managed to steal a turret pretty early, is we'll talk a little bit about the turrets. So turrets are probably the most important thing about the fight. If you're not here, or if you'd like to know what server we're on, we're playing this on Stormbluff Isle today. If it's full and you get stuck on an overflow, I apologize. It's probably going to fill up pretty quickly. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about these turrets. So we've got a couple of different skills here. This first skill, Stake Thrower, is just a damaging attack, and you can just use this when all of your other skills are on cooldown. Scale Penetration is a super important skill. A lot of players, I've noticed, have been forgetting to do this in some of the shards and the encounters I've been playing. This skill is going to remove stacks of hardened scales from Tequatl. And that's super important, because if his stacks hit 20, he's going to summon these bone walls. And that's just going to be a huge loss of DPS time, because you have to kill the bone walls in order to resume attacking Tequatl. Next up we have Poison Cleanse, also another super important skill. The general strategy is all the DPS that are fighting Tequatl are going to stand in a giant pile. And so if a poison lands from one of the fingers, it generally tends to wipe those groups out pretty fast, so you're going to need to throw down the Poison Cleanse to clean that up. And then we have the Hylic Elixir and the Hylic Salve, and both of these will buff your parties, so they're also good to keep using on cooldown as well on the giant pile of players that'll be fighting Tequatl. Jump off this here. As you can see, he died earlier. There's these rotting fish heads everywhere. They're super dangerous. And I'll probably run into one and die. Hopefully not. Alright, fix that crazy bloom. Alright, so when Tequatl lands, what we're going to want is we're going to want everyone to kind of group up around here. Place this war banner as a marker. So we're going to need pretty much everyone to group up around here. Yes, someone has just asked, are the tendrils the source of the AoE poison? They are. The thing is, though, to remember is there are actually two different poisons. So there's kind of a green looking one, and that's the one that comes from the fingers. If you kill the fingers very fast, you will get a lot less poison. There's another one that's kind of more blackish looking, and that's the one that will put a cripple debuff on you. That one comes from Tequatl himself. Alright, so what we're going to do here when the dragon spawns is all of us are going to group up here in this one spot, everyone. And what we're going to need is we're going to need 6 people on the turrets, and you guys are going to need to buff the crap out of us. Keep throwing Hylic Salves, keep throwing Hylic Elixirs. Everyone who's here in this group tightly stacked, you guys also need to be throwing out whatever group buffs you have. Also, don't forget your consumables are super important.
Exhilarating! I am rain and ice.
And there's a lot of different things we can do while we're standing in this group as well to help the giant group of players out. If you have any sort of spells that can put down reflection, those are awesome, because those are going to help reflect some of the poison that the fingers can throw in here. Any sort of buffs that will provide power or might to the players are great as well. One thing to note is the model cannot be crit. So if you're in all that awesome Berserker gear, it's not quite as useless. And because I am a super Berserker warrior, I am probably actually going to peel off and kill a bunch of the undead that are attacking the turrets when they arrive. So, one thing to note about the creatures that attack the turrets, you have about 60 seconds of free DPS time on Tequatl before those guys arrive. So you should be relatively safe to leave most of the turret players alone for about 60 seconds, and then have your turret defenders peel off and then go protect the turrets. Is Tequatl female? I don't know. I think that's up to a lore person to answer that question. so we have a bit of time before Tequatl spawns. So I'm going to go run around here and we'll go look at some other stuff. Not dying to fish heads, I hope. Because that'd be embarrassing. Alright. So when the battery events kick off, this battery is in rough shape, yo. So when the battery events kick off, it's super, super important to defend them. That is the next biggest key to succeeding this encounter. So with the Mega Laser, what you're going to find is there's going to be a big champion crate. And he's going to stroll on over here, and he's going to stand somewhere in this area, and he doesn't care about you guys at all. And he's just going to stand there and cast a spell on the Mega Laser that's going to deal damage over time. So when this champion spawns, we need to kill him quickly before he kills the Mega Laser. As well, the turrets, or the Hylek turrets I should say, all of their spells should be able to reach this general area where the Mega Laser is. So if you're on one of the turrets, what you can do is turn around and buff the players at the Mega Laser to help them out. And as always, make sure you're buffing players just in general. When we're leaving the general Tequatl area and moving to protect the batteries, throw some buffs out. Alright, so over here at the East Battery, each of the batteries have a shared mechanic in that they all have a series of adds or waves of adds that will come towards and destroy the battery, but then they also have their own unique mechanics. So this is the East Battery, and what we have here are a bunch of bloated creepers. And they're going to spawn and just walk slowly towards the Mega Laser, or not the Mega Laser, the batteries, and when they get here they're going to explode on it, and that's bad. Because they're just going to drop their AoE directly on top of the battery, and that's going to do a lot of damage to it, potentially killing it. Not good. Question. The Mega Laser doesn't do damage, right? All it does is give us a dragon chest. No! False. The Mega Laser will actually remove 5% of Tequatl's health if you successfully defend the batteries. Again, super important to defend the Mega Laser. So over here at the North Battery, you see these like little dirt piles. These are grub holes. About 20 seconds after the event starts, these holes are going to become little grub holes that you can stomp on. If you don't stomp on the grub holes in time, a veteran grub's going to spawn, and that's bad. So the group that heads to the North team, make sure you're coming over here and stomping on these as quickly as possible. And you're going to want to stay spread out. Keep a couple people around each grub hole to keep them stomped. You lock them down, no grubs. The grubs are particularly dangerous because they tend to throw a lot of AoE poison at players, and also in random directions. So if they throw AoE poison on the battery, again, that's bad. Likewise, we get spawns coming from around this area, and there are some that are going to come from over here to the north, underwater. So make sure you keep any adds that are coming from any direction off the batteries, because any AoEs they do that will hit the batteries, they're going to destroy those pretty fast. Alright, let's go see this West Laser battery event. Alright, so now we are here at the West Battery event. This one has a bunch of the fingers that spawn. Those spawn a little far away in corners, and so what you need to do is you need to kill them as quickly as possible because, again, more AoE poison on the batteries is a bad thing. So you kill them quickly, lock them down, and you should be able to keep your batteries safe. So one of the biggest keys to the battery phases is knowing when to leave. As long as the batteries are at least 50%, when there's around 20 seconds left in your timer, that would be a good time to leave. So then once there's 20 seconds left, quickly leave. Get back to Tequatl. He should be okay, providing you haven't left, they should be okay providing you haven't left too many creatures alive. Yeah, speed boosts are awesome. Anything you can do to help speed up players. Oh my god, this minefield, it's gonna kill me, I know it. Okay, anything you can do to speed up players and get back to this area here, do it. You'll probably want to relieve 6 players on the Hylek turrets, buff the giant pile of players here, and as soon as Tequatl goes into his weakened state, do as much damage as you possibly can. Elementalist, you can draw Fiery Greatsword and the Ice Bows, because I hear those do a lot of damage. I just run in and swing my sword, do a couple hundred blades. Suggestions for dealing with AFKers. Unfortunately, people AFKing, that's not cool. You know, you're just not helping anyone. Hopefully we can get a change in to help some of the AFKing that's happening on the turrets, because I know that those are a super important part of the fight. And when someone AFKs on the turret, that's not cool. So we're going to try and get a change in for that to eject players that are just standing there doing nothing.
Kill them all!
I'm nigh invincible.
Alright, so when the battery events kick off, we will need to leave a couple people behind, and not a ton of people, but, you know, maybe 5 to 10 people, absolute tops, per south and north area of the batteries, or the Hylic turrets, to protect them. There are some lingering creatures, like the creatures that come out of this little swampy area, for example. They don't go away when the battery events kick off. So if everyone just takes off and goes to the battery events to start defending them, what you could accidentally do is allow your turret players to take a lot of damage and lose their turrets. There's also an achievement for keeping all those turrets alive, so you want to keep them alive. I mean, they're entirely beneficial to your group to keep them alive. They buff you, they make the fight easier, so let's really try and keep these Hylic turrets alive during this event. Next question, should I stop guarding cannons when he's stunned? I think for something like that, you're going to have to use your judgment on that. If there are no creatures that have spawned in the area, like in the swamps, to attack the turrets, then yeah, absolutely, leave the turrets and go help out. But if there's still some lingering creatures that are walking around that could potentially destroy your turrets, then definitely make sure you keep a few people off, just to, at the very least, distract them.
Too strong.
Alright, so we have a few more minutes. We should hopefully be here soon. I am excited. I would like to kill this dragon. Again.
Feel the fury.
I guess we could talk a little about these spell effects. You see these little plant-like reeds that are kind of growing on the ground. Yeah, there's a little bit of grass growing out of them. These are some of the effects from the Hylic turrets. So if you see them, stand in them. You can see my Might and Fury is stacking when I stand in those. So make sure you stand in those puddles when you see them.
Time to do some real damage.
One thing I will point out is I'm going to run a greatsword rifle build, and I'm probably going to change that a little, swap in a longbow every now and then. It can be pretty dangerous if you move away from this giant pile of players, because if you get out of range, you're not going to get a heal. That is another really, really important part of the fight. If you go down and you're in your downed state, and someone starts to revive you, they can get you up pretty quickly. If you go into your completely dead state, it takes a long time to revive you, so you're best off just swimming back immediately. I generally use this Brulunu waypoint. Swim back quickly. If the battery events are going to kick off soon, then that's actually not the worst thing in the world, because you can always come help out this North Battery event once it's spawned. Another question we got here. I can never find Rox. Where is she? Oh man, Rox. She is a chatty little Cappy. She likes to spawn or walk around the swamp with Frostbite, and she goes on her little patrol route. Actually, I can see her right here, right now. She's standing next to a landmine. I don't know why she would do that to me. Ultimate troll Rox.
Good to see you.
Refreshing.
Alright, so Rox generally starts out around the waypoint area, and she kind of just... Oh no, watch out for those landmines. She walks around the swamp. Eventually... Actually, just open my map here. So she kind of patrols around this area. She'll eventually end up somewhere over here, which is where there's a dragon footprint she's investigating. But generally, she sticks to the swamp area. You just need to walk around and find her. She's super helpful. She's going for that no one left behind achievement, I think, constantly rezzing players.
Strong.
Replenishing.
Exhilarating!
Armored up.
Most dangerous swamp ever. Alright, so it looks like we've got a pretty good number of people over at the north swamp. These turrets, they'll repair themselves whenever the event kicks off. And if they don't, for some reason, there's a box repair hammer, so players can just go ahead and manually repair them themselves. Alright, so looks like we have a commander over here. Following commanders is a good idea. I'm assuming this group over here, hopefully you're listening in on Twitch right now. This group over here at the north turrets, you guys can take over the west battery, because it'll be much faster for you guys to just run to the jump pads that are right here and get over there very quickly and lock down and What's the best way to dodge the waves? Next question, just spam jump. You can jump over the waves. There is an achievement for that, but there is, due to, you know, having hundreds of people here at the same time, a bit of lag, so typically you can also just dodge through them as well. I'll be in here at the beginning of the fight, fighting Tequatl, so I can go over that a little bit when those waves come off, and you'll see the little evades come up. I'll probably jump and I'll miss and look like a bad. It's terrible.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Next question, does the event scale based on the number of players in the overflow? While the event does scale both on the main maps and the overflow maps, I mean, the entire event in general is just designed for a large number of players, so don't show up with 20 players in an overflow and expect it to be doable by 20 players.
Invigorating!
This guy here, super pumped to get flawless defense. I am ready.
Replenishing.
Alright, he's totally gonna be spawning soon. I know when he spawns, but I can't tell you. It's a secret. But it's gonna be soon. So I hope everyone over by the turrets is ready to go. You guys get ready. Pump up everyone over here. Getting ready to kill Tequatl with as many buffs as possible. Around the 14-minute marker, anyone who is planning on defending turrets, make sure you peel off as quickly as possible and keep those turrets defended. The rate at which you kill the creatures doesn't matter so much as long as you just kite them away. Kite them away, keep them off the turrets.
Strong! Such might!
I have also just been informed that a European group is organizing on Underworld for players who can't join us on the North American servers. So if you guys want to head over there as well, you guys can go partake in what sounds like is shaping up to be another big epic battle.
Time to do some real damage.
Someone here is talking about war banners. Yes, if you're a warrior and you're going to be into this giant pile of players, having your war banner is not a bad thing. If a poison cloud lands on us and all of a sudden 20 players go down, getting those players up as quickly as possible is very, very important. So anything you can use that reflects poison and keeps it out of this pile, or can revive players the instant that they're down, are extremely powerful in this fight.
Might makes me right.
And apparently there is another group organizing also on Vati. So if you would like to run over there and help them take out Tequatl, you should probably hurry because he's going to start spawning soon. Oh my god, he's spawning.
Replenishing.
I'm nigh invincible. I have ignition. Severe weather warning.
Stability.
Turn the tide.
The stability and mitigate shockwave damage is the question. I know stability will prevent you from getting knocked down, but I do not believe it mitigates the damage. You can use skills like Endure Pain, and that will mitigate the damage, but will not mitigate the shock down. Alright, here he comes. So,
Turn up the
turret
heat.
players, get ready to start buffing us. Anyone else who's back at the turrets, you guys can come over here for about 60 seconds to help get some extra DPS time on the boss. Oh my god, I got hit by the shockwave right off the bat. It's so embarrassing. Fingers are up. Let's make sure we kill them quickly and then back on Tequatl.
Such might.
Pile. Make sure you use fear breaks during the fear. You're going to save yourself a lot of running time. That's a very long fear.
For great justice.
Adrenaline almost.
Okay, get players up. There's poison inside this big pile here. We're going to need that to be cleaned up a little. Oh, back down. You guys have war banners. Just do whatever you can to get players up. Alright, so we're going to start getting ads here soon. I'm going to break off and come start helping out the turrets.
Balthazar, give me strength.
We don't need a ton of people, but we're going to need about 10 players or so, roughly. Ow, that down.
For great justice!
I think the turrets at the south side could maybe use a couple extra players. It looks like there's only about 5 of us guarding right now, and there's a lot of crate coming at us. I see a champion crate in the pile, and he's kind of a bit of a problem.
Power of Earth. Gaining adrenaline.
Looks like all the turrets are still up. Looks pretty good there.
Summon the power of the storm.
Make sure you guys are cleansing poison. If you guys are on the turrets, really, really important to be throwing as much poison cleanse into that giant pile of names over there. That doesn't super matter where it goes as long as it gets in there, because that poison is going to kill those players extremely fast. You can save them. Be a mighty hero.
For great justice!
Fingers over here. We have a turret. Quickly. So if there's someone who's super dead here, you should run back. Run back from the waypoint. Come save us. Got a champion risen brute over here on the south side. Something's real funny over there, Ruby.
Feel Brent's icy embrace.
So the hardest part of this fight is actually going to be getting Tequatl into the 75% phase. Once you get him to 75%, depending on how much time you have left on your timer, it can almost be a free win home stretch because it's weakened state. He takes so much damage and he just kind of falls over pretty quickly. I think as long as we can get him there with maybe 6 minutes, we might have a pretty good shot at this. So trying to work DPS on Tequatl. Looks like the turrets on the south side are clear for now.
Great justice!
So south side just got a wave. I'm not seeing any champions, which is good. Those guys take a ton of time to kill. So we probably blow through this crowd just pretty quickly here. Maybe throw some people back onto Tequatl to assist. These waves that arrive, they're actually on 90-second timers. They're exact 90-second timers. So you can kind of watch out for that. Even if a wave spawns and you know the time and you can kill them quickly enough, it should give you a bit of a frame of reference for when you need to get back to help defend the turrets. Oh no, that was too slow.
Summon the power of Earth. For great justice!
Let's get rid of this finger here quickly. I'm poisoned. Alright, south side's pretty clear right now. Few people want to go back. Work on Tequatl. Oh no, I just used my war banner and there's like 10 people down. Worst decision ever. If anyone's got something they can do to get this pile of people up, that's gonna help us out a lot.
For great justice!
Guys, oops, okay, that's right away. Not bad.
Great fire!
Alright, more waves here, and then south side turrets.
Almost there. Adrenaline full! For great justice!
There's a couple of dead people in the giant crowd. Hope you guys are running back, not waiting for a res, because you're going to take like 10 hours to res. I don't have time for that, I have to kill a dragon. Awesome. Great justice, you guys.
Summon the power of Earth.
Take it off!
I know we lost a turret. I am really sad.
Almost ready.
Alright, so whoever was working on that turret, just go jump over on that the box repair hammers, grab that quickly, and repair that turret. It's going to help us out a lot if you can get back up quickly and continue buffing, poison cleansing, removing those stacks. We haven't seen a bone wall, that's awesome. No vortex. Okay, guys, that means that we're at 75%. Those battery vents are going to kick off, so get ready here. Let's go.
Fast as the
I'm going to head to the north event, the north battery, because that seems to be always the battery that I forgot. And for some reason, people forget to stomp on grub holes. So we're going to go around here and get rid of these things. I don't care about the undead right now. I care about grubs because they're bad. Remember, do not stand on the batteries, because if any AoE lands on you from the undead, it is going to nuke the battery. That is bad times. There we go, I got some extra people here helping me on grub holes. Make sure you're watching the Hylic. They love to use their little pea shooter things that target the battery. They don't care whose toes they step on. No, don't shoot the battery. Batteries are doing pretty good. The Mega Laser's getting low. Do we have enough people there? And do we have enough people at the turrets helping to buff players at the Mega Laser? Tequatl doesn't like us defending these batteries. He just flew overhead and threw a bunch of poison on that. It's not cool. Alright, so we're doing okay. We're doing okay. These grub holes the worst.
great justice.
Bad down. Just kidding. Okay, guys, start heading back now. We've got about 15 seconds, and these batteries, oh, I'm super gonna hope that they live up to it, and they stay alive. Where's my mouse going? Get out of here. Okay, everyone head back quickly. Let's keep going, keep going. Success. Any sprint buffs you can throw on us, do it. Everyone get up in a pile. There's some poison down here. Turret people, you had one job. Clean the poison. Okay, it's gonna go weaken. Do as much damage as you can.
Great justice. Give me strength.
On my mark. I am death incarnate.
Big numbers.
Back to dust.
Okay. Let's try and get them back up. Fingers are up. Turrets look clear for now, so let's just get rid of these fingers. Make sure there's poison cleansed. There's a lot of poison here on the big giant pile of players. Any poison we can cleanse, we can get back here to help us a lot. Poison. Turrets. Great. South turrets need help. We've got a champion at the north turrets. And looks like we need our turret defenders to get back on this here.
For great justice.
Champion here. We've got two champions at the south turrets, so if there's anyone out there that is listening in and would like to come be a hero and save the day, oh, bad down. I need saving. Thank you.
For great justice. For great justice.
Here come the flames.
There's a vortex there. Oh, wow. Super bad down. I called it and I got hit. The worst. Alright. Get out of that area quickly. If we have any extra who can peel off and come help these out, the turrets, we'll run here. We've got a turret that's been down for a little while. They're getting hit real bad. Oh, Tequatl, why would you put poison on the turrets? How long left on the timer? Somebody's asked. I can't see. Got 2.5 minutes. Alas, we should get another battery then for sure. What is my F key binded to? I see using Shift F before interacting. F is my auto loot. I like to loot. Alright, south turret looks good. We've just got the one champion left over here. No, I'm a liar. Look at all these ads that just all of a sudden came over here. Oh, save you, mighty champion. I have to kill this champion. Looks like we're getting really close to the 50% marker, so... There we go, there's the battery vents again. You guys, I believe in you. We can do this. We've got 2 minutes left. That means if we can do as much damage as possible during his weakened phase, we could probably push him over pretty quickly to the 25%, and then it's the home stretch. I don't want a 1% wipe. Looks like we're doing way better at the batteries this time around. That's awesome. Keep those things full. We can leave a little earlier if they stay super full like that.
Health increasing.
Tired of your shenanigans, veteran Risen Hylic. Get out of here. Make sure you're not fighting on the generators. Eastern Battery, what's going on over there? Alright, we got 25 seconds. Everyone start heading back. Don't die in the way. This pilot player is just gonna run away. Okay, anyone who's on turrets, there's some poison down here. Make sure you guys get that cleaned up for the group that's coming back. Alright, so... Buffs up, banners down, whatever you can do to buff us. There's some poison on this crowd here, or the pile here. If anyone could cleanse that, that would help us a ton. Down here. We don't have enough Hunter Blades in this group.
For great justice.
Watch out for that shockwave. Like I totally just did not do. Alright, sounds like there's nobody getting the turrets. I'm gonna go back over there and take a look what's going on. Oh, there's creatures everywhere. Alright, so if you were defending turrets, make sure you get back on turret detail. They look like they're gonna need a little bit of help here. Not bad down. We failed. I did get some bonus loot. I completed my boss week. No, not in the poison resin crate. God, the worst. All right, so there's a comment about how dependent the turret players are, and you know there are tooltips there to explain what these do. But you know this is basically a big combined group effort. You're not going to succeed this if players are in the turrets, but players at the boss are not doing their job. They're dying like crazy. So I mean, it's kind of got to go a little bit back and forth. Those turret players need to be protected as well.
Feels nice.
All right, so that was Tequatl. He kind of stumped us a little. We did get him to 50%. That was pretty cool. We'd probably stick around and take a couple extra questions if there were any that pertain to the fight. But otherwise, thank you for following us or watching the live stream, and don't forget to follow us.
Let's do this.
No sand fish heads. It's just embarrassing.
Almost there.
I could outrun a centaur.
Yes, my wings. Oh man, look at that. I did my dailies while doing Tequatl. The best.
Almost ready. Go ahead. Hit me.
Almost full of adrenaline.
So there's a question that came in that said, are there plans regarding similar changes to Shatter and Jormag? We would love to hit all the world bosses at some point in time, but they're a little time consuming, so at some point in time we would like to give them all a little love. But for now, we're just dealing with the Shatter, killing all the mans.
Reap the whirlwind. Assistance, please.
Next question, how long does the weakened state last after the battery events? The weakened state lasts for about 28 seconds. It looked like that time he was just breaking out of the animation to resume his death and destruction, and I still got another 100 blades off, so it's around 28, 30 seconds that he can do that for.
Ignition.
I can feel Bear's power. Adrenaline surging.
Sweet and steady.
Okay, so it looks like that's it. I have to go back to work, make more bosses to kill you guys.
Refreshing.
So again, thanks again for coming out and participating in the live stream and here on Storm the File. We didn't get the dragon, maybe next time. And don't forget to follow us.
Strong.